before we started this study group. So now it's sort of the other way around. But it's really good to see all of you this morning. So a few things. Yeah, okay, we just did the icebreaker. I guess you will just have a round of introducing yourselves and why you're here, because hopefully we'll be staying with us for the next 3 sessions as well. So I'll start. Yeah, feel free to turn on your mic if you want to speak. So I'm Jessica. I'm from Women Who Code. I'm actually a teacher, and I'm interested in learning how to use Power BI, because I did work a lot with Excel files, and I would like to have an easy way to visualize all that data. Oh, so hi, Lily. Okay, just go around. Who wants to go next?
I can go next. So my name is Daphne Chung. I'm one of the, members of the Women Who Code Kuala Lumpur organization. But in my day job, I am a partner technology strategist at Microsoft. And with my colleagues at Microsoft, we recently also had a Power BI study group, and we are sort of at the end of that. So it's a good time for us to run this with Women Who Code. Then I can tell you a bit of my experience studying the Power BI module. Okay, that's me. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Oh, okay. You go first.
Sure. Okay, morning everyone. Brianna here from Women Who Code. So sorry I didn't turn on my video, but I put my pretty nice photo there first. I'll turn it on later when I'm ready. From Women Who Code as well. Currently in Women Who Code we have a couple of tracks. So I'm actually in most of the tracks. Data is one of it. Then product management tracks, cybersecurity track, and the last one is the software engineering track. And for my day job, I'm actually a data architect in one of the companies called Kuala. Previously, I was a product manager, so you see me anywhere in different tracks because I didn't want to lose any knowledge that I have learned before. Yeah, very nice to meet everyone.
Brianna, maybe you just pick the next person.
Oh, I think I want to go next, right?
Okay, thanks, Brianna. Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Shreme. So I think this is the first time I'm joining the Women Who Code study group, and this is actually the first time I'm getting kind of involved and dipping my feet into the community. So it's really nice to meet everyone. I'm colleagues with Daphne, so I'm a marketing manager at Microsoft Malaysia, and I won't spill too much yet, but I'm joining today's call because we wanted to share something exciting for the group here that we hope will benefit everyone here as you guys continue on your study group and learn more about Power BI. So I won't give away too much, but I'll be sharing a little bit more shortly after this. So it's really nice to meet everyone, and yeah, really glad to be here. Maybe I'll pick the next person. Maybe Lily, you want to go off mute and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Lily, and my day job, which sometimes turns like the night job, I'm a finance executive, so I do like financial reporting. So as a consequence of that, I use a lot of Excel, and I quite enjoy using Excel, but I realized there's some limitations in terms of functionality to Excel. And then I got interested in Power BI because we had an introductory course by Microsoft actually. But it was too much in one day, so I'm doing my own self-study at the moment. That was when my friend recommended this particular study group, which I thought would be quite good because I know like one good way of learning is not just doing things yourself, but also like learning what you share with in a group environment. So I'm looking forward to the whole month. Yep. All right. The next person I'll like to pick is maybe Yuki.
Hi, this is Yuki. Hi, thank you. Can you hear me? Right. I am actually an engineer, and I don't really deal with all this Power BI things. But lately, because of digitalization, my company involved and I take up some project that we are using a tool to turn something into analytical tool system, meaning rather than human doing the analysis, now it is the program or the software doing the analysis. So it's the first analytical tool that we develop. I am the project manager, but I don't know how to code. Because my background is engineering, but somehow I feel that digitalization, which is embarked by my company, is a way to go. So I think by joining this group, I hope I can pick up things from all of you guys, because I think I should be the one offline from this group, because I'm not from this kind of database kind of field. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I will pick Kitty, sorry.
If you feel very uncomfortable about turning on your microphone or video, you can do it. You can speak without turning on your video, or you can just type in the chat. If Ki is not going to, you can choose someone else, Yuki.
Right. Waisin?
Let me turn on my video. Hi, I'm Wai Xin, and it's my first time in my day job. I'm an analyst, but I'm not using Power BI for my day job. So this is my first time joining a study group. So I wish to learn how to use Power BI in this one. Next up is Gami.
I knew it. Hi, I'm Game. Sorry, I'm not turning on my video. I'm still feeling pretty sick from my second shot. Yeah, so I'm actually one of the members from Women Who Code as well, and I work in marketing. Why I'm joining Power BI is because I mean, in my day job, I have a high reliance on my analysts on actually like getting data and presenting data. So I guess it will be beneficial for me to learn this as well. Thanks. Let me just pick the next person. Joanne.
Hi, good morning, everybody. So my day job is a pricing associate, where I price different products for an insurance company. I think in the past 2 years, I've been I know about ClickView and Tableau, but Power BI is quite new for me, so I want to know more about this software as compared to other two. Yeah, that's my purpose. I hope to learn more from here. Thanks. What I will choose Alvin.
Okay, maybe pick someone else.
I put Vun Yen.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I'm not turning on my camera. So this is my first time joining. Yeah, so my day job, I'm working as a business intelligence specialist in a FMCG company. But to be honest, I'm not really using the Power BI quite often. I only know the basic features and how to do the dashboard. So I wish to learn more about the Power BI. Thank you. Not sure Angela has introduced or not.
Hi everyone, my name is Angela. I'm originally from Indonesia and have been in Malaysia for the past 5 years. This is my first time to join a study group with Women Who Code. I'm currently work as a product owner in a startup advertising tech company. So we're still growing and we still have limited resource. So that's why we actually don't have data analytics or data scientist people. So I kind of like have to.
Okay, so basically this is our agenda today. So now we've gone around the introductions and why you're here today. I would like to invite Shermi to talk about the Cloud Skills Challenge, which is very exciting, and I'm sure you'd be keen to hear about it. So Shermi, you want to share your screen?
Sure. Thanks, Jessica. Okay, hopefully everybody can see my screen clearly. Okay, so yeah, so I think what we've heard from the floor from the introduction session is definitely everyone here is kind of keen to dip their toes into a little bit to learn about Power BI and some of the key features of Power BI, how you can kind of apply that to your job. So I think for Microsoft, for us, we definitely want to help you guys as much as possible. So we've actually come up with this little challenge called the Microsoft Cloud Skills Challenge. And it is actually meant to kind of help you guys. It's a guided learning path, and I'll walk through the steps that you guys will be going through over the next few weeks for this challenge. So it's being called the Women Who Code KL Cloud Skills Challenge. And the Cloud Skills Challenge is actually aligned to a learning path in Microsoft Learn. So for this challenge, we are aligning it to the Data Analyst Associate DA 100 learning path. So the idea is for you guys to do the learning paths. It's a self-paced learning path on Microsoft Learn. And following after you're done with all the learning paths, and if you feel comfortable, then the rightful next step will then be to sit for the DA 100 Microsoft certification exam. So we want to make this a little bit fun as well and kind of throw in some incentives. So we're also throwing in some prizes for people who are able to complete 100% of all the learning paths on Microsoft Learn. So if you're able to complete 100% of the learning paths by the 12th of September, you will be eligible to win either a Microsoft Surface Go 2, the headphones, or the JBL speakers. So just to incentivize everyone to get up and start learning. And of course, the winners will be selected by Women Who Code at Microsoft, and we will do a short list, and you guys will also need to submit a short little testimonial or feedback on how you found the challenge, and then you'll be eligible to win the prize. So next question is definitely how to get started and when will the challenge be starting and ending. So today is the 7th of August. The challenge will officially start on the 11th of August. So that will be this Wednesday. And shortly after today, you will receive this invitation from Jessica, who will be sending it out to all of you in the whole community, where the only step is basically just to click on this link to officially enroll yourself in the challenge. And that link will basically bring you to this webpage here. So this is the official landing page. You can see here the challenge begins in 3 days. And once the challenge begins, this purple box will actually be replaced with the leaderboard. It's not up right now. And the leaderboard will basically track everybody who signed up for the challenge and everybody that is working to get their name on the leaderboard to finish the challenge. So the leaderboard will actually show how many % of the challenge you finished. And of course, I had mentioned those who finish 100% will be eligible for the prizes. So basically, you click on that link in the email, you'll be sent to this page, and you will need to log in and sign in here with your Microsoft Learn account. So I think later on, my colleague Daphne will kind of go through how to do that. If you don't already have a Microsoft Learn account, it's totally free. So you can sign up with both your personal email or your work email, whichever you feel comfortable with. So you join the challenge, you sign in with your Microsoft Learn account, and you can immediately start learning. So as I mentioned, this challenge is being aligned to the Data Analyst Associate collection, and it's running from the 11th of August until the 12th of September. So that will give everyone about 1 month or 4.5 weeks to learn and to get your name on the leaderboard and stand a chance to also win some really cool prizes. So this is I just want to walk through. I mean, you will get more info on this later on when you sign up, but these are actually some of the modules in the Data Analyst Associate collection. So I think you can see here that in total, there are 6 learning paths and in total 16 modules. So it's a pretty lengthy course. That's why we set it. The whole challenge will run for 4.5 weeks to give everyone a sufficient amount of time to go through all of this. As I mentioned, it is in your own pace. You just, as long as you can complete it within 4.5 weeks, you're good, but it's pretty much all self-paced. And yeah, these are some of the modules that you guys will be going through. Of course, most of them are centered around Power BI. So that's pretty much it for the challenge. And I think if you scroll down this page, you will also see a bunch of like FAQ in the event halfway through you kind of get lost or you have questions. The FAQ is here to guide you. But if there are any questions that are not addressed here, you still need additional support, you can email this email here, cloudskillshelp@microsoft.com, and one of our representatives will be able to help you with troubleshooting or your account or any other challenges that you might have. So that's basically it for Cloud Skills Challenge. Without giving away too much, as I mentioned, all the information will be here in the invitation letter. And it does say your challenge will start 11th of August at 12 a.m. sharp, and it will end on 12th of September, right before the stroke of 13th September midnight, so 11:59 p.m. So I think what we really hope is that for over the next 4.5 weeks, once we launch this, the Cloud Skills Challenge will give everyone the sufficient amount of information that you feel comfortable with. And post-challenge, if you would like to sit for the certification, you can do so. And at the very end, we will send out another invite to give you a chance to sit for the DA 100 Microsoft certification at a 50% discounted price. So Cloud Skills Challenge is the one that will get you prepped for the exam, and then post the challenge, if you're ready, you can sit for the exam and save 50% off the fee. So we really hope, yeah, everyone will get learning, and of course, the more people that get skilled, the better. And yeah, we hope that you enjoy the program, and maybe I'll pause and open up for any questions from the floor if you guys have any.
Hi, Shani. My name is Lily. I've got a question.
Sure.
Yeah, so I've actually sort of started a bit of the learning module, a bit meaning I think I'm halfway there. So I wonder how would that like integrate with this, because I would have an existing Microsoft Learn account. Would that like disrupt it? Am I still entitled to join this challenge?
Yeah, you're definitely still entitled to join this challenge. In fact, even if you've really completed all these modules here, you can definitely still join this challenge. Unfortunately, you will need to redo the modules again, because this challenge is separate to the self-paced learning you've been doing. So if you actually go to your Microsoft Learn account, there will be a tab on the top, which will say challenges in your Microsoft Learn account. So if you go on the challenge tab of your Learn profile, once you've enrolled into Cloud Skills Challenge, it will come up underneath your challenge tab. And you will essentially need to redo all these modules to get yourself on the challenge leaderboard to be eligible for the prizes. So yes, you can still definitely join, but if there are some modules that you might have to redo again, if you would like to be on the leaderboard and also stand a chance to win the prizes.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks, Lily. Any other questions from the floor? You can also feel free to type them in the chat if you don't want to come off mute.
So the details will be sent out in an invitation after this, am I right?
Yes, that's right.
Right, Shirley. Brianna here. Just wondering, for this key and the invitation, it will only work via email, etc. Is it? There's no public link for the people to join. Just thinking from like, if I were to post it on the Women Who Code social media, would that work? Yeah.
Yeah, technically this link here, this join the challenge link, it's actually a public link, and it's actually this page. So what we'll do is we'll send you two things. One, of course, is the invitation letter that Brianna and Jessica, you guys can help to send out to your community. But we also understand you guys have like a Facebook page or a meetup page maybe, and you want to post the link there. So we will also provide you with like a little banner with the link, so that people who may have missed the email, they will also see it on your social pages. So we really want to get as many people as possible. So we will provide you with the assets to help with that.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions from the floor? Oh, okay, sorry, I see some questions in the chat. Sorry, I missed that. Let's see. Do you have the link to the site? Yeah, okay. So yeah, we will send out the link. Correct. And then yeah, at the end of the challenge, you will get a chance to sit for the certification at 50% off. That's right. Yep.
One question here, sorry. Out of curiosity, the voucher that will be given is that there's how to say this? There's two ways to take the certification, right? One is through the Pearson VUE, and the other is through a certification provider. So I'm just wondering which of the following ways is the voucher for?
I think it doesn't matter, because I think when you want to sign up to take the certification, you go to Microsoft Learn, then you pick the certification that you want to do, then you can schedule your exam, right? So I think when you hit schedule your exam, you have to actually sign up in your Microsoft Learn account to schedule your exam. And basically for right now, Microsoft, the voucher process is actually a voucherless process. So that means that after Cloud Skills Challenge, you want to get the 50% off. Your email address of your Microsoft Learn account, you just, when you schedule your essay, you type in the same email, and when whatever center you pick, when you check out, 50% should be slashed off your exam pricing immediately. So it's totally voucherless. There's no code or anything. It's actually linked to your email account. So it doesn't matter whether you choose Pearson or the other method, it should automatically be taken off when you do the checkout for either one. Yeah. I'm not sure, Daphne, from your experience, if you had the same when you did your certification.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. From what I remember, I think one is the virtual exam. I mean, you can attend it from your home. Another one is you go to a center near you. So there are two options. You can choose whichever is convenient for you. So the only thing about doing it at home, you have to make sure that everything is quiet. You don't have any notes lying around, because they will make sure that they ask you to take photos before you start, and you cannot, look like you are referring to other things. Because you will be disqualified from the exam. So there are very strict things that you have to adhere to at home. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it at home, you should choose a center near you. So I think that's my experience. But don't worry so much about that. The voucher is tied to your account. So you should be able to claim whichever method you choose to take your exam. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Sorry, Daphne, could I jump in there? Lily here. When you sign up for the exam, right? I was venturing around seeing the certification. I noted, because I was using my company account, email account to do the learning. I noted that in the certification, eventually it told me that I'm supposed to sign in on a personal account. I see. Okay, so in this case, for our learning purpose, should I sign an independent learning account, like tagged to my personal email, or is there a way is there like a bridging between, like, linking up the different accounts?
Shirley, you want to take that question?
Sure.
Sorry, I didn't want to go to Shirley.
It is, yeah, it's actually recommended to use your personal email. So it's recommended because if you use your professional email, your business email, and in the event you leave your company after a certain period of time, you might not be able to retrieve back your certification details if it's tied to your work email. So the recommendation, yes, is to use your personal email. And I'll drop a link here, because I was doing a bit of that. There's a lot of forums to discuss how to do the whole voucherless process, where it's actually all pegged to your email. So yes, the recommendation is to put in your personal email. And once you put in your personal email, it should immediately slash the discount when you do the checkout to schedule your exam.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Okay, if there are no other questions, I guess maybe Daphne can walk us through how to get an account on Msln and just roughly what you're planning to learn for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, okay. Give me a moment, let me just get prepared. It's funny how when you're not on this Zoom screen. Yeah, let me see. Been a while. Okay. You can see my screen. So actually when you first get the email from us about the Cloud Skills Challenge, there should be a link for you to click on to start the challenge. So that one should be the correct link for you. Okay, but when you go to Msln, you just type actually Msln in your search engine. You should be able to find it. It looks something like this, docs.microsoft.com/learn. And here is where you can sign up for an account. Okay. The module that we, okay, so yes. So here you can click sign in, or if you don't have you can sign in with your Outlook, your Live account, or any Microsoft account that you have. If you don't have one, just go ahead and create a new login. Okay, create one. So you can go ahead and walk through the steps to create a new account. But for me, I already have an account, so I'll just sign in. So I can either sign in with my work account or my own account. So I have an Outlook one. I have my authentication, two-factor authentication turned on. So let me just approve that. And then you're in. So once you're in, you can click on the link to access the learning path. But what we are following is actually the TA 100. So you can search for that module. It is analyzing data with Microsoft Power BI. And this is how you schedule an exam, but let's go through the learning path, which is this one. Click on this one. And the online one is what we are doing in this study group. Okay, you can see there are in total, I think Shermaine mentioned just now, I think there are 15 to 17 modules, right? So just start with the first one. Let's go ahead and start. It says get started with Microsoft Data Analytics. And you can see there are 2 modules in here, and there's some overview of what you will be covering in these 2 modules. And go ahead and just click the start button, whichever one is okay. And you will be presented with, a bit of text, maybe some video. Just read through and make sure you understand everything. And then once you have read the whole module, just go to the next one. And it will tell you at the top how long it would take and how many units in this module. Just go ahead and make sure you understand everything here. And then you click next again. So once you arrive on the page, you find that, there's this part here will turn green after a while. That means that you have completed this unit. Okay, so when you go back to this one, you will see a little green tick that you have completed 2 units in this module. And once you reach to the end, there's usually a little test. So complete the test to reach the summary and unlock a badge for this module. So this is a bit like a gamification, and you can see your progress, and you also get an overall experience within the Microsoft Learn platform. Okay. So I have calculated that this whole DA100 data analyst module is about 17.5 hours. Let me just bring it up again. So if we were to complete 17.5 hours in 4 weeks, on average, you should be covering 4.5 to 5 hours. So depending on your learning style, you might want to do it after work, in the evening, or on the weekend. Oops, I don't know what I pressed there. I'm so sorry. Let me just go to this one. This is the one I wanted to show. So yeah, 17.5 hours. I would recommend 4.5 hours of study time per week. Okay. And then you can see roughly the first module is getting started, prepare data for analysis, and further on we'll study about modeling of the data, and then visualization of the data, and a bit about data analysis in Power BI. And the last one is managing workspace. All right. So we hope to cover all these modules within the 4.5 weeks in the challenge. And let's see how we do. Okay. I think that's what I want to cover in the Msln. And Jessica, maybe you can show us about the lab section.
Because I noticed they were talking in the chat about the validity of the exam voucher. Although it's 6 months, the exam does update from time to time. So before you sit for the exam, make sure you check whether there's anything has been changed before you sit for it. So ideally, you should sit for the exam after you're done studying as soon as possible.
Great.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, so just now when Daphne talked about the Msln, so there are some learning paths that have a lab in it. So for those of you on Mac, they have actually provided a virtual lab, like an online lab for you to use. So that means you don't actually need to install Power BI onto your desktop. They actually do, and the files, right? You can actually get it from GitHub if you want to practice using Power BI desktop. But for the challenge, you will have to do it in the virtual lab anyway. So it's best that you just follow the instructions that they give you. So the first module with a lab is the prepare data for analysis model, which is in learning path number 2 after you've done the first one. And so I'll just skip ahead to the lab part just to show you what it looks like. So the first part, they expect you to learn how to prepare your data in Power BI desktop. Okay, so when you get here, you just click Launch Lab. Sometimes they'll ask you if you're a human, so you just answer those CAPTCHA questions. And okay, then it'll take a while to load. So hopefully you have a good internet connection for this part. What I've learned is that you have to click End Lab and click that you've completed it for them to count in the to show that for you to score points to show that you've completed this part of the challenge or the learning module. Okay, I should have prepared this beforehand.
So for the labs, there would be instructions on the page for you to access the lab. So make sure you read everything carefully, especially if you are facing any issue, right? Maybe you have missed 1 or 2 steps. That's what happened to me as well. So don't worry, just read everything, and then of course we're here to help also as the study group. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know, maybe while waiting, you might want to go and check out the pages or links we've put in the chat. Also, our plan for after this is to have everyone, like what Daphne mentioned, complete part of the learning paths so that you have something to share with the club, with the study group in the next session. So this to keep you accountable. And also we learned that if you have to present, so you actually choose people to present, you are more likely to learn the material better because you try to anticipate what questions people will have for you. Okay, so this is what the lab looks like. It's like, yeah, it looks like the, what do you call it? Look like an actual.
Sorry,
laptop.
Jessica, we can't see.
Oh, sorry. Okay, let me check.
We are still seeing the browser lab prepare data.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And if you're using, what I learned about this is you should have a big screen. If you're using like a small screen, it's going to be hard to navigate, but they recommend that what you should do is fit window to machine. So just do that so that you can see the whole screen. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of time scrolling up and down. Okay, so like what Daphne mentioned, there'll be instructions here, and they also give you how much time you have left. You can theoretically complete all the proposed labs within these 4 hours, but if you want to be able to take it off your list in the challenge later, you have to keep starting and closing labs for each at the end of each module. So yeah, okay, once it's finished loading, you just follow instructions here. The first part, they'll ask you to download labs files to your D drive. So you just click on that. So like I mentioned just now, there's a GitHub, right? If you find it really annoying because it's because cloud can be a bit slow, you can actually use the GitHub files instead with your Power BI desktop. Okay, so the first part, they'll also just follow instructions, and you can see that there are 11 labs in total. This is just the first one, and they'll give you instructions on what to do. So here it says, okay, start here with, okay, so you have to scroll down because it's small. Start here, and then you get the introduction page to exit that, then click save. And yeah. Okay.
So I guess I'll just add a little bit. The first button that you saw Jessica click, which is the GitHub button, what it will do is it will go to GitHub to sync all the lab files into this lab environment for you to use. So it will take, I think for me, it took about 3 to 5 minutes to sync everything onto the lab. And then once it is synced, then you can go ahead and open for example, if you're on lab 1, open the lab 1. If you're on lab 3, then go ahead and open the lab 3 solution. Okay.
Okay.
Back to you, Jessica.
So this is my problem with the lab. Sometimes I can't reach the part that asks me to exit. So if possible, you should try find a bigger screen. Yeah, okay. So next part, they ask you to save this file. So I'll just do the first page, then after that I'll stop, because you should probably do this on your own. Okay. So yeah, basically just go through all the steps. It's a bit slow for me today because I'm using streaming this on Zoom as well. Okay, current file group, select data load, current file, data load, untick. And what I like is they explain to you why that usually you won't do this, but for the purpose of this lab, you have to do it. You have to untick this too. Okay, then, yeah. Okay, next one, they teach you how to get data from an SQL server. Okay, so now here we have already copied the files over from GitHub. So you just click on wherever they ask you to do. Here they ask for dim employee. Okay, then select the checkbox next to 6 tables, dim employee, dim sales territory, dim product, dim reseller, dim sales territory, and the last one is fact reseller sales. Okay, then transform data. Okay, then preview. So here we have the queries window. Oh, okay, where did my screen go? Okay, fact reseller sales. Click on dim employee. Okay, then they ask you to observe. This part is just showing you what to observe for when you are preparing your data. So here they ask you to look at the view tab. Then you can click on column quality. And then column quality will show you what's up with your data. Like, are there any null values? Any missing data, things like that. So, okay, this is too small, I can't see it. Yeah, okay. And okay, so basically, once you've gone through all the steps, so there are quite a lot for this part. It's supposed to take 45 minutes to complete the first part. Then you click End. Then what I mean is, why you still have to open the virtual lab, even if you've experimented, even if you decide to do it in desktop instead, is you need to click End my lab and mark it as complete. Then only it will assume that you've done it. Okay. Okay, yeah. Any questions?
I think one on Ken was whether we can complete this challenge locally without using the Cloud Labs.
Yeah, so from what I see, because it's basically using the same GitHub files, right? So you can actually go to the, where is it? You can actually just follow the steps here. Oh wait, my screen stopped sharing, did it?
Yeah, stop sharing.
Okay. You can go back here, and they actually give you all the steps. So you can actually do this in your desktop instead. But to get the website to recognize that you've completed this, you still need to start the lab, and then you need to click End Lab. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I feel that too. Okay, any other questions? Okay, then I'll just stop sharing my screen. Okay, so I guess we move on to the part where we wanted to discuss about volunteering. So here, so this was the proposed milestones, I guess. Oops, what did I do? So we hope for, okay, so after today, we hope that you complete the first 2 learning paths, which are, wait. The first 2 learning paths, which are this one. Get started with Microsoft Analytics and prepare data for analysts, paper for data analysts. That means you need to do the 2 quizzes here and then complete the 2 labs here. Then we move on to, yeah, so then in the next session, next Saturday, we hope that someone can present what they learned or summarize what they've learned, and also bring any questions you have to the next session. And then your homework will be to continue. So I mean, you get the idea, right? So the next part will be model data. Okay, sorry. Then the next part is you complete the learning path for model data and Power BI. Then 3rd session, we'll present what you've learned. Then the next 1 week, we work on visualized data. And then repeat again in the 4th session. And the last session we have together, we'll discuss about any questions you have about taking the exam. So we don't really complete everything, but we hope that the reason why we are doing study groups that so you have someone to talk to, because I know it's very scary when you sit for exam, right? At least you got people who can explain or share the experience with you, or any problems that you have while doing this learning. So I guess my question now is, what is the best way for us to keep in touch with you? Do you want to?
We do have the Slack channel on the Women Who Code Slack channel. So is everybody comfortable with using Slack to communicate? Or would it be?
It just says WhatsApp. Telegram? What else do we have that we can keep in touch with?
Yeah, we have Telegram, Signal, WhatsApp, or Slack.
Oh, okay. So which one are you most comfortable with? Because I know for me, I have a lot of WhatsApp groups, so it may be hard for me to keep track, but I can keep in touch with all of you through WhatsApp. I'm fine. Or maybe just okay. Maybe how about you all just type which one you like us to form the study group in. Then we'll pick the one with the most that's repeated the most. Because yeah, sorry, I don't have. I forgot to include the poll option for this meeting. Okay, so we have one vote. Okay, Telegram, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I think Telegram is the most, is it? Am I correct, Brianna? Can you count?
Yeah, it looks like Telegram is leading up. We can create a channel.
Okay, can. Oh, but so Telegram, I will need everybody's ID or phone number though. Do you all create an ID? I mean, if you don't want to share your phone number with me, then at least you have to share your Telegram username with us.
Yeah, I will create a group lah.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, you can just give them the link to join, right?
Yeah, I'll create and then post it here. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're all good, then we'll just Telegram. Okay, who wants to help lead the next session? So I mean, today's session is quite informal, so it'll also be quite informal next session as well. You don't have to worry so much. It's just we would like someone who has already completed the first 2 learning paths to share what you've learned or raise anything interesting that you found about it.
I also like to encourage if anybody has their own visualization in Power BI or your own learnings, yeah, you're welcome to share as well ad hoc, right, during the session. Yeah, I think that would be good also.
Alternatively, I could just put everyone's name next to one topic.
And also, if you have, colleagues you want to present together, or friends you want to do a co-presentation, that's fine as well. So, did we already have a volunteer?
Yuki, you can use Telegram web or Telegram on your phone. Both are fine. But you will need a Telegram ID. So I think the best way to get the ID is to install it on your phone.
May not be. Let me explore and see. I'm thinking of creating a channel instead. So channel, anyone can join the channel without having an ID.
Okay, cool.
Thanks,
Brianna.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Okay, anyway, so you all know your homework. Can I just, let's see, Trix, is it? Trix, do you want to try leading the next session?